I'd like to share with you my perspective about sex therapy. My starting assumption and the basis for all my work is that our bodies are intrinsically pleasurable. We all, or almost all of us, come into the world with bodies which are wired for pleasure and delight. However, most of us don't experience our bodies in that way. Why is that? Well, firstly, we've all experienced unwelcome touch we don't want, touch that we've not asked for, touch that might be shocking to us, and so on. And the second is that we have lots of ideas that are lying on top of this capacity for pleasure. So ideas about what sex should be like, what we should be feeling, and when we engage with another person or other people, what that should look like. So a lot of ideas which get in the way of what we're presently feeling. So based on that assumption, which I think is an optimistic assumption, so it's not an assumption that your body is in need of repair somewhat like a car, but that your body has this intrinsic capacity for pleasure, then what I draw from that is a threefold pattern of working. So the first is embodiment, so working with the body in a safe and collaborative and agreed way, so that all these patterns of vigilance, expectation, disappointment, and so on can gradually be unravelled, and so we can feel what we feel, and once we can feel what we feel, then that releases us into a whole world of pleasure. The second, which comes from my training with Betty Martin, is communication. So how we learn to easily say what we want and what we don't want, understanding when we're with another who it's for, when we're in service, when we're taking, when we're receiving, we're allowing, all of that sort of thing. But added to that, I try and expand the sense of what's possible. And that's influenced by my work with Kath and Jess, and also by my own inquiries. The third leg of my work is expanding the sense of what's possible sexually. So whereas my body work derives from my sexological bodywork training and how I've adapted that, this element of expanding a sense of what sexuality can be comes more from my tantric training with my teacher Hilly Spenceley of Shakti Tantra. And that's really the idea that we have a lot of different sexual fields, as it were. So we can experience sexuality as very physical or very spiritual. We can experience it in terms of energetic practices. We can experience it in terms of innocence. So lots of different ways that we can expand our sense of the sexual, and we can expand our sense of our own sexual natures. So I also use Donald Mosher's categorization of as having three kinds of sexual nature that we can play with, which is very helpful in understanding our own behaviour and how we react with other people. So if that resonates with you, then what I suggest you consider is you get in touch with me. I offer a free 30-minute Zoom consultation, so you can get a sense of whether or not you'd like to work with me, and we can just take it from there.